Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3 has made fans speculate a dark theory on the internet. But what is that theory, and why is social media buzzing with it? Let's find it in today's video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3 just dropped, and let me tell you, this might be the episode that flips everything on its head. On the surface, it looks like a nice breather. Chris finds himself in a perfect alternate universe where his life isn't the train wreck we've seen so far. His brother Keith is alive, his dad isn't an abusive racist, Harcourt is suddenly warm and supportive, and the whole world looks like some 1950s postcard version of America. But fans are catching on fast. This Earth 2 isn't as perfect as it seems. In fact, the big theory right now is that it's actually Earth X, the Nazi-controlled reality from DC Comics. Yeah, James Gunn might be hiding a full-on white supremacist world in plain sight. And the more you look, the more the clues start screaming at you. Let's start with the biggest one, the people, or rather the lack of certain people. Viewers have pointed out that in Earth 2, pretty much every single background character is white. Go back and look at the crowds, the extras, the public spaces. It's all painfully uniform. Compare that to Chris's original Earth, where you see a natural mix of races and ethnicities. That can't just be a casting coincidence. In a James Gunn show, everything is intentional, and this looks like his way of saying, hey, look closer, something's off. Then you've got the Sons of Liberty. On paper, they're terrorists. The government frames them as dangerous extremists. But here's the kicker. They call themselves freedom fighters. That's a loaded phrase, and it completely flips how we should see them. If they're freedom fighters, who exactly are they fighting against? Could it be that this shiny, happy version of America is actually a white supremacist regime dressed up to look utopian? That suddenly makes Peacemaker's role here a lot darker. He's not just a hero taking down bad guys, he might unknowingly be propping up a system built on oppression. And then there's Augie Smith. Oh boy, in Chris's real world, his father was the White Dragon, a hateful, racist villain who left scars on his son that may never fully heal. But here in Earth 2, Augie is celebrated. He's a respected public figure. That right there tells us this society has flipped its moral compass upside down. The guy who should have been remembered as a monster is instead idolized. If that's not a sign of a twisted world, I don't know what is. Even the small details are dripping with meaning. Harcourt, who in the main timeline is this hardened, badass field agent, suddenly feels tamed, softer, almost Stepford-like. She's sweet, she's agreeable, she pets puppies. It's like they stripped away her edge to make her fit into this idealized, conformist version of society. Then there's the little linguistic hint, Bloodhaven being pronounced with a very Germanic tone. That's not just a random accent choice, that's James Gunn whispering, hey, this is not the America you think it is. So here's where the theory comes together. Earth 2 isn't just some alternate happy place, it's basically Earth X in disguise. But James Gunn is smart. He knows we've already seen Nazis won WWE stories a dozen times before, whether it's in the CW's Crisis on Earth X or even Marvel's takes on Hydra. So instead of showing us jackboots marching through Washington, he's giving us something scarier. A world where white supremacy didn't win in one dramatic war, but instead slowly wormed its way into power. A world that looks perfect, but only because the ugly truth has been erased or covered up. That's way more unsettling, and it also makes the allegory hit closer to home. And also, let's not forget the best dimension ever gag. It's James Gunn. We all know that sooner or later he will reveal something that will make Chris regret saying this. Maybe that something is this theory. Now, why does this matter so much for Peacemaker's story? Because this is his ultimate test. Chris has spent his whole life haunted by his father's racism. It defined him, broke him, and forced him to question who he is. But here, in this universe, Augie isn't a villain. He's a beloved hero. That makes Earth 2 dangerously tempting. Why wouldn't Chris want to stay here? His family loves him, his trauma doesn't exist, and the whole world thinks he's a good guy. But if this world is built on hate and exclusion, then choosing to stay is basically Chris choosing comfort over truth. That's the kind of moral gut punch Gunn loves to throw at his characters. And while all of this is brewing, the show is also layering in some massive continuity bombs. Harcourt casually dropping a reference to June isn't just filler dialogue, it's confirmation that David Ayer's Suicide Squad movie is canon in the DCU. Yes, that means Enchantress is officially part of this universe's past, and if that wasn't enough, We also get the return of Rick Flag Jr. in Earth 2. Remember, Chris killed Rick in the Suicide Squad. Now he has to face a version of Rick that's alive, smiling, and even in a relationship with Harcourt. That's brutal. It's like the universe is forcing him to relive his deepest guilt over and over. And this is where it gets really interesting. Season 2 could be about him realizing that peace built on lies and oppression isn't peace at all. The scary part? There's a real chance Chris could be tempted to stay. Think about it. His family's whole, he's respected, he's happy. For a guy who's been mocked, abused, and traumatized his entire life, that's almost impossible to walk away from. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into Peacemaker and the wider DCU, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. This season is only just heating up, and if James Gunn is hiding something bigger than Earth X, I promise we're going to be here dissecting every single clue. Well, that's all for today. See you at the next video. Till then, take care, and bye-bye.